As Thomas Berry observed, we are immersed in a sea of energy beyond all comprehension. This energy is ours by invocation and participation, not by force or domination. We are a specialized mode of the Earth's own reflexive consciousness. Program 4 is the invitation to finally replace our isolation with a state of joyful, planetary entanglement. This requires relational knowing. Indigenous frameworks have practiced this for millennia, such as the Sanskrit philosophy of Vasudeva Kutumbam, which views the world as one family. It treats ecology as a responsive network of interdependent beings. This shift changes our language. We stop treating a forest or a river as an object. Instead, we recognize them as active beings in relation. We start speaking a grammar of animacy. This move from the head to the heart is eco-pedagogy in practice. It is the process of unlearning our systemic alienation to make room for genuine biophilia. By treating ourselves as separate, we have severed the very communication channels that ecosystems use to survive. In any stable biological system, actions create immediate feedback, but we have insulated our daily lives from those signals. There is an alternative way to perceive reality, one that views the Earth as a living systemic subject, a conscious node interconnected within a massive cosmic web. Ancient cultures globally maintained this understanding. In the Greco-Roman tradition, Tellus, or Gaia, is the reclining primordial mother, the source of life within the cosmic wheel. Vedic scriptures present a similar figure in Prithvi, or Bhumi. She is the stable nourisher of life, shown here clinging to the tusk of a divine protector who must rescue her from destruction. In the Andes, the Pachamama is the great cosmic being who is the physical planet. She represents the consciousness inherent in the rock and soil we inhabit. These historical archetypes are not primitive metaphors, but records of a worldview where humans were embedded in a living system. Understanding the Earth as a living subject requires us to move our consciousness out of the analytical intellect and down into the area of the heart, the Andean way of knowing called munai. This munai, often translated as love, functions as a sensory recognition of our physical and energetic entanglement with the cosmos. It bypasses the brain's emotional processing entirely, operating as a direct realization of interdependence. Your body is a massive collective of trillions of interdependent cells, constantly regenerating. They coordinate to create the symphony of me. But when we zoom out, that logic scales. Humans are individual nodes nested within the metabolic processes of a much larger macroorganism. We are not external masters of the Earth. We are fully dependent organs within its body. Knowing the biological facts of Gaia is only the first step. When human culture is augmented by technology, it becomes the literal sensory interface through which the Earth perceives itself. We are the mechanism by which the planet learns to heal. To activate the planetary stack, we must cultivate a new narrative field. We need culture, storytelling, and pedagogy to function as the interface between human perception and planetary reality. A population cannot construct a future it cannot first imagine. To survive, we have to abandon our isolation and embrace radical collaboration with the species that actually drive planetary regulation. This demands a practice of Earth-centered kinship. We must recognize the physical agency and animacy of non-human entities. Forests and oceans are our working partners and evolutionary relatives. Within this framework, high technology facilitates planetary self-knowledge. We apply sensors, data models, and cybernetic networks to monitor ecological health and track restoration efforts, using our technical capacity as a tool for planetary care. In a closed-loop cybernetic system, culture itself operates as an applied technology for planetary restoration. We map our regions, reclaim our local ecological identities, and deploy new technological tools based on those values. Changing the story is the conscious collective act required to change the future.